guys, I'm standing in front of the flower field. You can't tell because it's mostly still green, but if you look really closely, and you might not be able to see it because of the exposure, but there's way more flowers this week than there was last week, which means more bouquets, which is exciting. I can't find my favorite pair of sunglasses, so I have to wear these giant old lady gaudy ones, but it's fine. I am wearing my homage to my trip to Polyface. Everything I want to do is illegal, which is funny. But I'm already late. That's just how it goes. So I am going to put in a podcast and listen to it and cut as many flowers as I can, and I will talk about it in between. The most sensitive flowers that I have out here are dahlias, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut those first. I know that sometimes it can be hard to do, but when your plant is first starting to flower especially, it's very beneficial to cut deep. And what cutting deep means is that you go down into the plant, not just to cut, you know, if I just wanted this flower without hurting the other ones, I would have to cut it right there, and that's a 4-inch stem. And that just doesn't make sense, now does it? So while it's hard, to get a good stem length, you gotta cut it. Here's a good example. This stem is going to be so short. It's gonna be short anyway, but I am going to, oh, it's not even worth, but it need pinched anyway. Like, I don't know if I can use this stem, but it's cute though. This variety is called Linda's Baby. It's a crowd favorite. This little cutie is called Colorado Classic. It's mostly pink, but the center is the tiniest bit yellow. And it's cute. I like the petal pattern on this. Once again, I don't know if I can use this either. But it's still pretty. This is called Creme de Cognac. Look at this cute guy, and I don't know what it is, and I don't have time to look for every tag, but okay, the last of the Creme de Cognac, but an addition of Chimicum Nadi is what the tag said. And dahlias can change color through the season, which is fun, but I thought this was darker. But I've already got tons more dahlias than last week because I've already filled up a bucket. I gotta go get another one. Oh, these are so tiny and short. I think I got a tag mixed up in storage, and I just wrote HS, and HS to me meant Hillcrest Suffusion, but also high suntan. And this one is high suntan. I can tell the difference. Now, while this might be too short to use in a vase, and I'm like this, probably too short to use in arrangement, but I'm going to try to dry some and see how they do. So I'll just hang them upside down to dry. But I am gonna cut them and save them. Linda's Baby. She is a classic for a reason. Isn't she so pretty? This is a variety called Marn, which is also sold as Sylvia. I have both. But this is in the Marn section. Isn't it pretty? Nice long stems. I mean, I haven't even pinched these plants, and I've got at least 14-inch stems. And that's pretty good. Like this one's really long. If you look. Really good cut flower. Ooh, the queen. I'm starting to have more of these, which is exciting. This is called Peaches and Cream. As you can see, the inside of the petals are peach colored and the outside are creamy blush, and she is beautiful. One thing I am going to do, she gets a lot of bug damage though. If you have Japanese beetles in your area, they will hit these first, and it's unfortunate because she's beautiful. Just for time saving sake, I'm not gonna go through and find this tag, but I have a feeling this is Rock Run Ashley. Not 100% open, but I find even though people say that they don't, they open a little bit in the vase. It's not gonna fully open, but it will release some of these petals and open up a little bit more. But isn't it so pretty? Dahlias can actually change colors a lot through the season. Like here's an example, classic Rock Run Ashley. And this is also Rock Run Ashley, but much more muted tones. And that's fascinating. That's like the nerd stuff I'm here for. I like it. Okay, so here's another classic Peaches and Cream. She is beautiful. But look at this one. I wish it wasn't older. Like this isn't gonna have very good vase life. You can see how many petals have opened, but this is so pretty. There's a little bit of bug damage, which is unfortunate, but I might be able to tuck it in somewhere. Because even if this only lasts a couple days, it's still a couple days of beauty. Here's another Rock Run Ashley. Slightly different, more close center, but that's so pretty. Dahlia season is my favorite. This little beauty is called Lark's Ebb. You can see the color variation. Honestly, the flowers get a lot bigger than this in my experience. I've seen some that are bigger, and obviously longer stems because this is solid 4 or 5 inch stem, but like I said, I'm gonna try to dry some. But what I will say that is good about it, and I expect the stems to get longer through the season, but this particular flower I've noticed has super long vase life. So that's the reason why I continue to grow it. I just like, look how much of the plant I have to cut off to get to the bloom. The stems are starting out very short. This beauty is past her prime. As you can see, the center is open. But nice long stem, even for the very first one I've cut. This is the very first one to bloom. One of my favorites. I wish I could show it to you like a day ago before the center opened, but this is called Terracotta. And now there's a few that I'm gonna pick, so I'm just gonna pick one and talk about it and then pick the rest. These two are from the same variety, but this one's way more pigmented and this one is more muted and white. Oh, look at the little purple petal right there. This is called Genova. Not my favorite color scheme. I'm not a purple gal, but when Florette tells you to grow one, you grow it, because this was on like her top 10 list or something, so I had to have it. And I see why. It's got nice long stems and it's supposed to be an abundant producer, so we'll see. Here's another very famous dahlia. This is the coveted Jowie Winnie. I have maybe around 30 plants, 20 or 30, but this is the first to bloom, so that's very exciting. So this is Wizard of Oz. Super pigmented though. Usually it's a little lighter. Lark's Ebb. The Mystery HS. I think this one's definitely high suntan. This one's a mystery. And some more Lark's Ebb. I've got another full bucket. Aren't these beautiful? And to think, it's only just begun. This is only like a 24th, probably not even, of what is going to be blooming this season. It's going to be so magical. This is also another queen, Cafe Au Lait, and she is doing something funky in the center with her petals. You see these curly ones? I'm here for it though. That's kind of cool looking. I am so excited because I literally have planted over 200, like well over 200, probably 250 Cafe Au Laits. And it's about to be beautiful. Okay, now I've got a ton of status here that I can pick. And this is a good status stem. Just keeps going. Pretty. I've got a little patch of Dara here, and we've got a few ready. The nice thing about Dara is there's usually always good long stems. Ooh. This Madam Butterfly Snapdragon. Isn't it pretty? I love these floofy ones. The bad thing about not staking your snapdragons like you know you should be doing is that they will turn towards the gravity. So if they're laying this way, they will curve themselves up. Pretty snappies. Okay, pretty much last thing to harvest are some zinnias you can see behind me, but I gotta go get another bucket first because I half filled this one. All of these zinnias in this row behind me are the Oklahoma mix. So they're like little cute puffy ones, and I'm gonna pick those first. And while we're here, I'm gonna talk to you about the wiggle test if you've never heard of it. So a zinnia has a hollow stem the whole time that it's growing, but when it is too fresh of a bloom, the head flops around because this stem hasn't strengthened up enough. So if it's floppy like this, when you pick it, it's just going to kind of wilt in the vase. You can see this one has a lot less give than this that flops everywhere. This one is ready to pick, and when I pick it, same thing like the dahlias. I'm going to pick it really deep, and you can already see Japanese beetles love zinnia foliage. Normally they leave the flowers alone, so it's really not too terribly bad, but you do have to pick off all the leaves because they destroy them. Now I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse because the sun is coming out and I need to finish picking. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to the house because I'm running out of buckets. I had more out here than I thought. There's a few different varieties of zinnias that I grow. And varieties, I don't mean colors, I mean varieties. So I grow the Oklahoma mix because they're small and you can use more of them in a bouquet. I grow all the Queen series because those are fun colors. And then I grow Binary Giants. And I think last month when I direct sowed, I sowed random, willy-nilly. We'll just see what comes up over there. For the most part. And I don't know. This is all of my memory. So, but this is, I want to say Salmon Rose. But there's a tag down there somewhere, but I'm not going to find it because I am burning daylight. The sun is out something fierce right now. So I'm just kind of looking to hurry up. Binary Giants typically have nice, long, strong stems and big flowers. Look how pretty. In this mix is mostly all the same shade, but once in a while you get a little mix up, a little pretty one. Let's see. See the difference in shade? This is from the same packet of seeds, but this one is so cute versus the hot color of this one. Come on, look how big this is. Compared to my face, it's huge. So pretty. Okay, I gave you this reel about how I only grow like 3 or 4 kinds of zinnias, and I forgot I planted this. Okay, this is a variety called Mazurkia, I think. It's new to me, but it's throwing some solid. This is what the picture looks like, the pink with the white tips. But as you can see, you get all kinds of kinds, even a Siamese twin. This one has 2 heads. There's only really a couple of these blooming, but this is Queen Lime Red, which is everyone's favorite, and honestly, not my favorite. Well, we have a problem. So, all of these flowers came from the same section. Do you see anything? None of them are the same, and I didn't plant a mix, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Queen Lime Red, which I seed saved last year, so it looks like we had a lot of cross-pollination here. These 2 are pretty cute though. That is a true cross between maybe a purple one and a Queen Lime. It is what it is. It's too late now, isn't it? But they're still pretty. This one is really pretty. I like it. Okay, these are also all from the same section. Less variety, I will give you that, but there are a couple hot orange. But this is supposed to be Queen Lime Peach, which is one of my favorite colors. It's just this soft golden yellow, kind of blushy. I love it. The centers, like this guy, pink centers, so cute. Or this one. And I am not normally a single gal, you know, single petal, but this is cute. Then behind me, you see a big bunch of Celosia that's really, I have to cut it really deep to get any kind of stem, but I will, because inside of this is very cute little Celosia. And this is a mix, and I don't remember what the mix is right now. This is Sunday mix Celosia. This is one of the only ones that I bought because Celosia is super easy to save the seeds from, and usually I just save the seeds every year. But Here's this. But my camera is about to die, so I'm gonna hustle this and I'll show you what I picked at the end. Look at these pretty Celosias. I love Celosia. I could just stick this in a vase on my counter and be perfectly happy with that because I love these. The last thing on my harvesting to-do list is this little patch of sunflowers. These are called White Light, and they are white light because the petals are really light colored, but the center is golden. So she has a sister called White Night, and the centers are dark on those. And I like to harvest my sunflowers while they are at about this stage. You can actually harvest a sunflower as soon as the petals start to lift off of the center. I'll try to find an example of that so I can show you. Hey guys, I'm back. I've had to be sparing with my camera time because I'm running out of battery. But I went over and picked a crap ton of this Gold Light, I think, Gold Light sunflower, because it's got that bright sunny yellow but a green center. This is one of my faves. And the free filler flower is blooming here in Indiana. This is Queen Anne's lace, not to be confused with poisonous hemlock. Poisonous hemlock has a very similar flower structure, but the stem of it has purple speckles. So if you go foraging for flowers, make sure you're picking Queen Anne's lace. This is wild Queen Anne's lace. If you cut it, it smells like a carrot. There's your hint that you're on the right track. It also has, not every single one, but most of them have this red dot in the center of the flower. That's why it's called Queen Anne's lace, because Queen Anne was making her lace and she pricked her finger on a needle and bled right in the center like. But these look amazing in a vase, especially with those bright zinnias that I've picked. This pop of white, or even like these two together. We're coming into flower time, you guys. Look, I'm a flower farmer. Is that the flower farmer pose, like this? I don't know, I'm losing my mind. I've been picking things for days, you guys. Veggies and flowers, but hey, this is what I asked for, wasn't it? But I am gonna go back into the house and I'll let these condition all day, and then I will make my bouquets tonight because they've got to be ready tomorrow morning. But thank you guys for watching another flower harvest video. I'll be back with the making of the bouquets in another video. But thank you guys for watching. Until next time.